Hi, I'm Sebastian. I'm the founder and CEO at Allegorithmic, and this is Nicolas, who will be doing the demo. I just wanted to do a quick intro about the company. I'm pretty sure if you're here, is that because you know about Allegorithmic and Substance. We do this. We do Substance. We do a set of tools and provide content as well for people dealing with textures. So if you're interested in producing textures, consuming textures, Substance is a good start for this. So we're known for the Substance, especially the two first tools here, Substance Designer and Substance Painter, but we also have Substance Source. I will come back to that later. Which one is this? All right. So just a few figures so that you might find interesting. So about 90% now of AAA game development studios use Substance in a very deep way. So it's become pretty standard in the past 3 years, I would say. And we're famous with games like Uncharted, on which I guess it was 94, like the official figure was 94% of all the textures had been done with Substance, both a designer and painter. Also Call of Duty, pretty famous game. Horizon Zero Dawn, done here in Amsterdam by Guerrilla, or other type of production. Also, we start to have like more and more success in areas outside of the game development, like film, the film industry. This is an extract of Assassin's Creed, the movie, not the game, the movie. And this is by 20th Century Fox, and this has been done by I guess it was
Double negative.
Double Negative. Thank you, in London. So they use Substance to texture that asset. So I have one more example here. Is this whale hunting boat has been textured with Substance as well. So this is coming from the mill in Los Angeles, and this is an extract of a commercial that has been seen as the most interesting, and the funniest commercial of the last Super Bowl. So we're pretty happy to see that. So this is an extract, actually, of the texturing process inside of Substance Painter. Substance Painter being one of the tools, and the tool Nicolas will be showcasing today. Also, you might know of that demo, the Adam demo by Unity. Actually, the Adam guy has been textured with Substance as well. So again, this is a capture of a screen grab of Substance Painter and the asset inside of Substance Painter by Kleiman Tamnef working on that. So you might recognize this as well. So one more figure I like to show. We're close to this 1 million mark, but basically Substance Painter has been launched about 900,000 times last month only. So it's growing. So we're super happy to show that, because that's significant. That means that if you're using Substance Painter, not only, you're not alone first. So that means that you can find some people using it as well, and that means that it's not crushing 900,000 times last month only. So it's working. That's good. Last thing I wanted to talk about before leaving the stage to Nicolas is the Substance Source. So Substance Source, I don't know if you know it, but it's our physically based material library. And today we have about 1,000 materials, but 1,000 materials, Substance materials, means from one material you can obtain actually dozens of others by playing with the tweaks, because most of them are procedural. So this one is a hybrid of something that has been scanned and proceduralized somehow. So which means that we had parameters on top of what we captured to modify, like the color, like let's say the patterns, maybe the age of it as well, that kind of thing. So you can from one obtain 1,000. So from this 1,000 base materials in the library, you can obtain like hundreds of thousands, if not more. Anyway, so I leave it to Nicolas now, and he will be presenting a new plugin that we're working on for Substance Painter that allows you to create this live link between Substance Painter and Unity. And so he created a quick asset to demonstrate that. We think it's a very handy, very efficient way of working. I leave it to you now.
Thank you.
Sure.
So here is a 3D scene in Unity. It's a work in progress. And for now, it's not entirely textured. And we have the car, which has no textures, and some elements which have no texture as well. So the whole workflow was to go to Painter, make your import your mesh, create your textures, then export them as bitmaps, and then import them in Unity and plug the maps to your material. So we are working on a plugin that makes a kind of pipe between Painter and Unity, or Unity to Painter. And it's very easy to use. So basically, you just select an asset, like the car in here, and I go to Asset, and I click on Send to Substance Painter. Just before, of course, I imported a package that contains all the plugins and stuff. And so I just go to Asset, Send to Substance Painter, and automatically the asset will be sent to Substance Painter. In this case, I pre-baked the maps because it takes some time to do that. So I pre-generated the ambient occlusion, curvature, and so on for the sake of the demonstration. So the nice thing now is that if I split my screen in two parts, one for Unity and one for Painter, and you start working on Painter, like you edit your material, automatically in Unity you will get the result. So you don't have to do anything. Actually, it automatically sends your project result directly to Unity. So this gives me the opportunity to make an introduction to Painter for people who are not familiar with the software. So, well, Painter is a 3D painting application which allows you to work on multiple channels at the same time. So it means that you actually work on materials instead of working on individual channels. So right now here I have what we call a fill layer. So the fill layer is just a kind of layer that applies a material on top of the UV layout. And using uniform colors, you can define the material properties using the base color, metallic, and roughness. You notice that we use almost the same workflow as Unity, base color and metallic, but here the roughness is just the invert of the smoothness. So I'm going to texture this guy in like 5 minutes. So we start by creating a first layer for the metal that is under the paint. So we'll look for steel material in the library. So I simply drag and drop. Well, actually, I don't need to drag and drop. I select it, and automatically applies the material. So this will be my first material, and I create a layer to add paint on top of that. So I select a uniform color like this. Okay. And of course, I would like to paint a mask to make the metal that is underneath visible, like add some damages on the edges and stuff like that. So to do that, I simply right-click and select Add Black Mask. And black mask means transparent, so it means that if I paint in white, I will make the paint visible. And actually, I'm going to disable the plugin so that it does not spend its time exporting the maps over time. And I just want to make sure I'm in the right, gaming mode, so I get the full performances. Alright. So you can paint in the mask manually using your pen brush and all the brush properties, but the power of Substance is that you can generate the mask procedurally. So you can do that the old way, like take your curvature map, invert it, blend it with a noise, and do your stuff. So maybe I can show that in a few clicks. So to let's say you want to use the curvature map to generate the mask, I will create a fill on the mask. And here in the source of the fill action, I will look for the curvature map. So I just took my curvature texture and put it in the mask. And in this case, I want to extract the convex part, so the white pixels we have here. So to do that, I will right-click on top of the fill and select Add Levels. So the level is just a level effect, which allows you to clone the black and white values. So here, if I switch back to my material view using the M key, I get this result, and in this case, we like exactly the invert as yeah, like this. So this way I get the metal visible on the edges, and then I would like to add more details, more kind of grunge effect. So I will add another fill on top of this, and in this case I will look for grunge map, select one of the grunge maps, well, let's take this one maybe. Okay, so when you do that, it replaces what you had before, but in this case I would like to blend the previous result with this grunge map, so we'll change the blending mode for the grunge and set that to multiply. Or maybe not multiply, actually, we'll try, let's try overlay, yeah, it's better. So you see that here we have a stack representing the action you have made. A fill action, a level action, a fill action with a grunge map, and you can edit that back and forth. It's a non-destructive workflow. So it's the first way of creating a mask. Apply all your action on top of each other, and the nice thing is that you can actually save this layer stack for the mask as a preset and reuse it on other objects. But I won't do that, and for the demonstration, I will delete everything. And instead of creating the mask manually, I will use a generator. So a generator is basically a generator has been made with Substance Designer. So it has been made with the software with all the nodes, using a graph and all we can find in Designer. And you can use these substance graphs directly in Painter. So in this case, I will select this metal edgeware mask generator. It's computing and it gives you this result. So in this case I will invert the mask, and here I can adjust the sliders to tweak the result. So let's say I'm happy with that. Now I need to texturize the other part of the object, because of course the boxes are not made of metal, and the tire as well. So let's create a new fill layer for the tire. So I will make a very simple thing like black color, something very rough like this, and I would like to isolate the kind of rubber material and put it on the tires. So I will create a black mask again, and in this case I will, when I right click on the mask, I will select add color selection, and this automatically plugs the ID map. So the ID map, for if you're wondering, it looks like that. This map has been baked from the high poly mesh to a low poly mesh, and what we did in this case is simply apply on the high poly mesh various materials, so standard materials in Max, for example, and just set the diffuse color to red, green, blue, and so on. And we baked this information using our baking tools. We just selected ID, and here for the color source we selected material color. So the color selection automatically takes this ID map as input, and you just have to click on pick color to display the map, and you get the eyedropper to select the color you want to extract. So in this case the blue, and automatically it generates a black and white mask corresponding to this color. So I will repeat this step for the glass. So let's do that. Create something kind of bluish. Okay, so lower the roughness. Yeah, well, something like that. And I will repeat the same process. And actually, you have a right click. Where is it? Add black mask with color selection. So it's a shortcut, it creates a mask, and it adds the color selection automatically. And finally, I will need another layer for the boxes. So in this case, I don't have any materials that corresponds to this object, so basically a cardboard. So I will use the integrated source plugin we have added in the 2017 version. So it's this button, you click on it, and it launches a substance source, so you get access to the source materials directly from Painter. I just hope the connection will be fast enough. Okay. So here you have, it's basically the same UI as on the website. So in this case, we look for cardboard. And I would like this one. I need to log in. You have to log in once. Okay, click that. It downloads, and since it's a procedural material, it's very fast because it's only a few kilobytes, and automatically it puts the material in my shelf. So just drag and drop that in my material stack and change the tiling value. Okay, and again I create a black mask with color selection, click on that, and that's all. So if I switch back to Unity and we enable the link, it should update the material. So you see it's very convenient. Actually, I used that a lot for making this little scene, and it was very, very useful. You don't have to worry about managing textures and do manual stuff. So another thing I would like to show is the ability to actually save your material, your layer stack as a smart material and apply your work, the work you have done on one object to another similar object. So for example, this object, I will first save my project. The sidewalk stone are a bit too dark, so we'll just click on Send to Substance Painter. Yeah, and here I can adjust the color so that it matches the stone we have on the ground. Okay, it's better. And now what I can do, I can save the process I've done for this object. So basically I just grouped all the layers that corresponds to this material into a folder. So you select all the layers, you hit Ctrl G to group them in a folder, you name it, and then I just right click on the folder and select Create Smart Material. And automatically in your shelf you get a new preset. And this allows me to select another, first I save, another object that has no texture for the moment. Click on Send to Substance Painter. And of course I pre-baked the maps to save time. And here I just drag and drop my preset on the layer stack, and automatically it applies the same process, so you get a similar material, but with a different object. Okay, so I don't know how much time I have left. I don't know if the guys hear me there. I think that's everything I wanted to show. Yeah, no, they don't listen. So yeah, well, you get the idea. You have Unity on one side. Yeah, I wanted to just mention something. Of course, in Unity and Painter, we don't have necessarily the same lighting condition. So in Painter, we have an HDR texture that does not correspond exactly to the lighting you have in the scene. So that's something I wanted to test to capture a 360 environment from Unity and use it in Painter. But for the moment, the feature of Unity does not allow you to actually capture the light you have in the scene to store the pixels in the HDR environment. So for now, you can't have exactly the same render in both applications. But actually, that's why we made this plugin, which allows you to visualize your material and adjust your materials in the context of your scene. The plugin Well, it's not released yet. It will require a new version of Painter, which we should release in a few weeks. But the plugin itself, if it does not fit exactly your workflow, you will be able to modify it. For example, if you don't use the standard shader in Unity, you will be able to modify the script so that it uses your own shader. And I think that's all. Thank you.